What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about why I personally hate where the auction house is at right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Similarly, how I hate the events. And I mean, again, I'm going to talk a lot about it, but newsflash, there is no middle ground. I've made a video about this before. There is no more spend a little bit of money a week and you can get the best team. There's no more of that. It's either you're all in or you're all out. And that's the way 2K wants it to be, right? Like, even for the event point of view, right? I won King of the Court, but guess what? I can't get any of these cards. I can't. I'm not in position to do so. And it's the same thing in the auction house. On my No Money Spent Squad series, I have 500,000 MT, but guess what? All of your best cards are still going to be way above that. There is no in-between stage. I wanted Big Z on the No Money Spent Squad series, but guess what? He's nearly 1 million MT. All your best invincibles are insanely expensive. And so it goes back to the whole point of, yes, you can right now in my team get a really budget squad. You can go get Boris Diaw. You can go get Steve Smith. You can even go get like the Alonzo Mournings of the world, who is really good. Like, you can go build a good budget squad. But the moment you want to get Mo Bamba, if you're a budget squad, the moment you want to take a step up and get a guy like Big Z, that's where things get crazy. And that's where things get difficult. And that's my thing right now, is if I'm you guys, and I'm approaching this thing being no money spent, do that. Approach this entire game being no money spent. Get Mo Bamba. Get, get guys like Boris Diaw. Get guys like Steve Smith. Get these guys that can go out there and compete at a really high level. Now, some people might argue, oh, well, Ty, the middle ground is a guy like Jimmy Butler. And I get it, right? There are some decent, middle ground options. But I just feel like there's not that many total. Like, you got Jimmy, Lowry, Markkanen, you could even argue in the middle ground. But who else is there? Yalen is how I pronounce it. I know it's not how you actually pronounce it. But he is a crazy expensive card. And so you're looking at a lot of these guys that, are crazy expensive. And guess what? Most of them aren't even going to be better than the locker code Carmelo Anthony or Devin Booker. And so the way I'd approach it right now is being all out on this game. Because the moment you want to, be all in and get all the GOAT cards and try to fit in is the moment you're gonna drive yourself crazy, honestly. And that's kind of even the approach that I've taken, right, with winning King of the Court the last couple of weeks is there's just not been a whole lot in here with these events that really catch my eye. Now, obviously, again, Tim Thomas at that shooting guard position would be great for me. Like, I would absolutely love the card. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and act like I wouldn't love Tim Thomas when I would. But at the end of the day, it's hard. Because right now, I'm so far away from him. He's 30 event cards. And even for Luol Deng, who would be great for me, he's 20 event cards. And so, again, it's just like one of these things. It's like, what is the community supposed to do when 2K has made it so obvious that there is going to be no middle ground on this game? There's not. Like Dikembe Mutombo, I guess, is in that middle ground. But when you want to take that next step, when you want your squad to go from good to next level, there's just nothing you can really do about it. And it's a lot of the reason I don't post gameplays anymore. All of these GOAT cards are too expensive. All of the Invincibles are too expensive. All of the really good cards that people may want from these drops are simply put too expensive. It's ridiculous that Big Z is 600,000 MT. Do you guys realize it wasn't that long ago when the best cards in the game were 1 million MT? And now we're spending, and that's what people were buying MT. Way more MT was in circulation. Now you got these cards going for 1 million MT, and it brings me back to the question of how and why. How and why? Yeah, I've got a bunch of MT on this account. Why? I pulled Shaq. That basically set me up for the rest of the year. And then I ended up pulling Victor Wembanyama, who's literally set me up for endgame. Like, I got extremely lucky. I don't open that many packs. I got extremely lucky. I've, obviously used to exchange for the event cards, all those types of things. So I worked hard for my MT, but I'm just saying, if you don't play this game a ton and you don't spend a ton of money, there's not a ton of ways right now in my team to earn a bunch of MT. There's just not. As sad as it is, it's the truth. There's not a ton of ways to earn MT. And so if I'm you guys, Here's the way I'd approach it. I'd get, Devin Booker. I'd get Carmelo Anthony. I'd get SGA. I'd get Steve Smith. I'd get Mo Bamba. I'd get, Marcus Camby. I'd get, all of these budget guys and just try to have fun with them. Because the moment you try to really exceed expectations and use the best, and again, use Brook Lopez, Nate Thurman, these types of guys. But the moment you try to do anything crazy, it's the moment things get crazy. Right? That's when things really get kind of out of hand. And another thing I want to mention that I think is as big of a problem with this game as anything is the fact that this game right now, the difference between those GOAT cards, like the difference between even a GOAT Yao Ming and, Brook Lopez is massive. I don't know if we've ever seen a bigger difference in those types of cards. It's absolutely insane. And honestly, I'll be the one to say it. It's kind of sickening to me, like how big of a difference there is between those cards. The other thing I want to hit on is this, and this is what I want to leave you guys with. If you approach this game being completely no money spent, right? Like, you could literally have this team for absolutely free. I'm not even going to include Ralph, although you can get Ralph for absolutely free. You could literally, and Dikembe was free a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not even going to include cards that you could have gotten, right? You could have this squad right here for nearly absolutely free. And so this is my whole point on the game, is that I'm not even going to, I kind of want to include Kenyon Martin, but I'm not going to. I don't know who else I'm supposed to include at the small forward position at the moment, right? But you could basically have these guys for absolutely free. Every one of these cards has been free. Locker code, locker code, locker code, event card, ascension reward, level 40 grind, event card. And then guess what? If you want to, in the events, you could go get some other guys. Go get Karl Malone if you wanted, another good card. Go get these other guys. Like, you don't have to spend a ridiculous amount on the game to compete. And I'm going to do a video eventually you saying, like, I use this free team, and this is where it got me. Because, again, you don't need to do anything crazy. And again, I could use these cards that I've grinded for and got out of these, events and stuff like that. But that's the one thing about this and where we're at right now in this game. Oh, yeah, I forgot Larry Kenon you got in Season 8. I forgot he can play. And so I'm basically just missing one piece, whether you plug in Purvis Ellison or whoever else there. Like, you've got guys that can go out there and be really, really, really solid. And again, for my last spot here on the bench, I don't even know who I want to plug in here. I'm trying to figure it out for this video here. But that's the one thing about it is, like, yeah, it's nice to have, the best of the best. And if I match up against the GOAT, yeah, I'm going to struggle. But at the end of the day, there's no middle ground. This free team is nearly as good as a team that I can build on my no money spent. It is. Because the moment I go from upgrading my Dikembe Mutombo, you're looking at 600, 700,000 MT. The moment I look to upgrade my Devin Booker SGA, you're looking at 600, 700,000 MT. That's the point I'm getting at. Yes, there are decent budget options, right? Like Jimmy Butler. But is he helping my squad out? No. Lowry Markkanen would help my squad out here, but he's 200,000 MT. And that's the whole point I'm getting at is it's just ridiculous how there is no real middle ground to upgrade your team unless you're wanting to spend a ridiculous amount on this game. So that's really what I'm going to leave you guys with. That is going to wrap it up for my video today. You're probably going to see a squad builder of the free squad, soon, because I want you guys to know and realize, like, you do not need all GOAT cards to go out there and compete. This team can compete, but the big difference is, like, the difference between this team right here and this team right here is 20 million MT. That is not the way this game should be. There should be some sort of middle ground, and even the most expensive cards should not be as expensive as they are. It's gotten out of hand, it's gotten ridiculous, and it needs to be addressed. That's going to wrap it up for my video today. Drop a like on it, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.